We may think that snowstorms that we get today get pretty bad, but did you know that Earth was once covered in so much snow and ice that it was what scientists called a snowball Earth? How did something like that happen? Between 750 and 600 million years ago, at the end of the Precambrian eon, the Earth went through an ice age that was so intense that even the oceans were covered in snow and ice. Sun rays continued to shine down on the Earth, but all of the white snow and ice just reflected it back, making it colder and colder. With the Earth's surface frozen, a lot of the cycles that kept the Earth running were shut down. One of these systems was the carbon cycle. In the carbon cycle, carbon, an important element, can move from the atmosphere into river and ocean water, down into the crust of the Earth, and then back out into the atmosphere through volcanic eruptions. But if the surface of the Earth was covered with ice and snow, there was no way for the carbon cycle to keep running. So how did the Earth go from being a giant snowball covered in glaciers back to an Earth that's like what we have today? Even though the outside of the Earth was frozen in ice and snow, the inside of the Earth was still full of heat and magma, and volcanoes could still continue to erupt. These volcanoes released CO2, or carbon dioxide, into the atmosphere. The carbon dioxide built up very slowly over the years until finally there was enough carbon dioxide for the Earth to begin heating up again. Carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is called a greenhouse gas. Kind of like how the inside of a greenhouse stays nice and warm for plants to live, carbon dioxide and other gases help trap heat from sunlight that the Earth tries to reflect back into space inside the atmosphere of the Earth. Even though the Earth was really cold, carbon dioxide was able to heat up the Earth until finally all of the ice and snow that covered the Earth melted. So all of that carbon dioxide built up in the atmosphere to help warm up the Earth. But what happened once all of the ice and snow melted? The Earth was really hot. It had something that scientists call super greenhouse fever. Just like how the Earth was able to fix itself when it became too cold, the Earth was also able to fix itself when it became too hot, this time by using the carbon cycle. All of the carbon dioxide that was stuck in the atmosphere warming up the planet formed acid rain that rained down on the Earth. Eventually, the Earth was able to stabilize itself.